Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Erratacus and welcome to my Minecraft Let's Play of the kind of Feed the Beast, not really Modpack. In my last episode I didn't do a huge amount due to my frame issues, but as of this recording my graphics card has returned from being repaired and is back in my system. So I finally have an actual system set up and going for the first time for a recording. Yay! Basically, a lot of changes have occurred since we last parted ways, as in we finished off making room for water mills to make our early game power source. Well, those days have long gone. We kinda no worry about power now, yeah? Basically I've been playing on the server without recording due to my many times stated frame issues. I ended up playing on tiny render distance with every bit of graphics I could turn down, which resulted in 20 frames at the most. Intel graphics for the win. And the first video kind of put me off further recording as it was way too laggy to even try and watch, but I left it up there simply to show some sort of starting point. But without further ado, let's make some headway into this episode. I'll start by giving you a rundown on what I've done to this point and what I wish to get done today. Back into normal person view. There we go. Where shall we begin? Well, Thaumcraft. Finished it. I've done all the research, so you'll never see me doing any of that. Even if I decide to do... Actually, probably a good idea if we do this first. There we go. Get my normal movement speed back. So yeah, even if I decide to go to a new area, start from scratch, just so I actually have a recording of me going from start to finish, I won't be doing Thaumcraft research again, seeing as well. No one really wants to watch it, so I don't really think it matters all too much. But yeah, it's completely done. I won't ever be showing it. This little setup here was, I was using the Thaumic harness. I'll get it out and let's see. I've sorted a load of stuff, as you can see. Armor, that thing. Thermostatic harness. It runs off of Potentia jars, which is what I was setting up here. I just threw in coal after coal after coal, got it all out, put it into these, took them up, carried them around, just to fuel that thing. Now it was great considering I didn't really have any major power source at the start when I was doing this. I actually left my main source of power quite late, to be quite honest with you. So I was running off of that, as running a jetpack was quite expensive for me. But that's now gone to one side once again, and the only real Thaumcraft I have any care in is the boots of the Traveller, because I love these shoes. They're just fantastic, especially when haste gets put onto them as well. It's just amazing. This yoke, what's it called again? Tinker's Construct Smeltery, that's the one. I've been just doing all my ores in here. I'm not sure why this is actually graphically bugging out. I'm not sure at all. It's not the graphics card. It's doing this when I was on normal rendering, when I was doing the integrated graphics as well, so I couldn't tell you what's causing that. It might be an Optifine issue, who knows. Yeah, just putting them into chunks, putting them into blocks, and then just throwing them into a chest. I don't think of anything left. Nope, that's just needs to finish that off there and it's done. Really haven't done a huge amount of enchanting, didn't need to, so I just kind of left it. Really haven't been spending all too much time up here, in fact. Well, once we go through this portal here, you'll really see what I have been doing, or, well, sure, we'll take the long way, just for the sake of it. We won't bother with the portal. Farm, never changed much. I've been harvesting a bit of it, but didn't really change it overall. Cactus farm, I forgot entirely about it, so I had to throw that in. Berry bushes, nothing really changed there. Farms have gone, finally. They're all soul shards now. Sheeps. No? Hello? Pigs. I'm not sure why they don't show up anymore. When we were on Feed the Beast Ultimate, they did show which ones they were in it, and in previous versions also. Kind of disappointing that they don't actually show, because I might have to put down signs now to know what ones are in which. Cows, and this will be chickens. Yep. That's pretty much it. Soul shards are now taking over these. A lot more convenient. I was planning on doing something with villagers down here, although I just didn't get them breeding. I'm going to have to really look into it properly and getting a proper village farm going. Well, I don't really need the villagers, but I kind of like the idea, and I really want to make, you know, my own city in this, showing them running around, because, well, who cares why, I like the idea. That's where the portal upstairs came out. So yeah, big changes on the downstairs. Nether portal got moved slightly, it was there, now over there. Stairs that used to come down in the center of the farm is gone, and they're over there now. And our new tech area, the main area of this place. Kind of like the quartz area entrance. That's strange, need to fix that later. So let's go in. Farmcraft stands, watermills, all of our glorious watermills that don't produce anywhere close to useful power. Well, they did fine for the start. Machine room, buildcraft power, tesseracts, all my GregTech machines. These things have changed big time since we did them in. I actually had to go looking up what was different and how they changed entirely. Usually just doing these with various combinations here affected the heat itself, but now you have to add these weird coil things onto this itself to bring up the heat, which took me ages to figure out, and I'm not sure why it took me so long, considering it was just on the wiki in the end. But I just went a long way about finding out. Macerators, extractors, electric furnaces, compressors. When I make them, they are the GregTech versions, but I just don't like the GregTech versions. I prefer being able to overclock them, throwing in the transformer upgrades. I find it a lot more convenient than what GregTech has done, so they're all on medium voltage, etc, etc. Now, the hidden section. That's where all the cabling's done. The power suit's there, I'm not actually going to use it. I just decided I'd like to see what it looks like on an armor stand, because previous version, the power suit didn't actually work on armor stands, as a matter of fact. It was just bare and didn't show anything. But yeah, new power suit, looks kind of funky. Honestly, don't like the helmet. That looks awesome. It's just there, but the helmet really just makes it look weird. But yeah, I just left it there. Mass fabricator with our glorious UU bunch. It's currently switched off, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Yeah, now it's back on. Yeah, that's just sitting there. I generally let it run overnight, so I just have power to run around with during the day. I don't actually run out of power, to be quite honest with you, but I just prefer having it off. Besides, I'm not even using it, so it's not even a concern of mine. My IDSU, the actual power source for this IDSU, I will show you momentarily. It's probably should have shown you right at the start, considering it's back up where we started. Problem I had with GregTech this version. There is no way that I can think of converting down 8000 EU down to an acceptable 2000. This is the only way I could figure out, and even this won't convert it down at a full 8K packet. I'm losing so much EU trying to bring this into that. I just don't know how to do it. So I just went and cut my losses, and I've been leaving it at this for now on. Like I really don't know what to do about it. So I just left it. AESUs, there's the power sources from the watermills, just MFSU, there's a couple down the line. It's the same pattern up above, just with the cables coming in from the MFEs. Yeah, that's about it. I don't want to leave that unsymmetrical. Let's go up. I'll put the stone back eventually. Yeah, inventory, tanks. Yeah, this is kind of what we're going to get done today. I've got, well, I have power kind of in the bag. I don't really need to worry about it, but at the same time, I want more. Everybody wants more power. So that's kind of what we're going to be dealing with today. We'll get around to that after I'm finished. Power source. Up we go. Proper view of the biome this time, of where I'm currently sitting. I know the last time it was kind of laggy. A couple of chunks aren't loading. But yeah, I thought it was quite a nice place. It reminded me back of old beta spawning area, world gen. You know, the kind of floating cave system. A load of ocean just out of, you know, yeah, I love this look. I just love the way this place looked. compared to what we have now. It's kind of disgusting. I can't wait for 1.7 update. I just can't wait to get the proper biome update. It's going to be great. So this is my power system at the moment. This is all it is 7 high voltage high voltage solar panels connected to one IDSU. That's what's powering my base primarily now. But I kind of wanted to get off of those, just because, you know, something different would be nice. So I'm going down biofuel, but I'm using the MFR biofuel route. Well, what am I saying? It's the only biofuel route now, because forestries is no longer called biofuel, it's ethanol if I'm not mistaken. So one steel tank already filled with 20 million millibuckets. So we're making another one here, which I'll get around to in a moment. Got coal coke. I was planning on doing a tree farm. Then I found out that it kind of changed, and then I found out about the MFR, so I kind of scrapped this and went with the new approach. We're just cooking up a load of coal, because coal coke's generally useful overall, so can't really say anything against it, but yeah, you never saw this room. Yeah, probably should have slowed down on the entrance. Big room. Most of my early game resources came from here, just digging it all out by hand, because I wasn't smart enough to use a machine, and I didn't really have the power to run it. This is my very first attempt at trying to use a unique power source that I've never done before, and it involved Greg Tech's gas turbine and hydrogen cells. Turns out it's not self-sufficient, and it became a hassle after a while, and I just gave up. It's there now, just waiting for me to tear it down. Just too, well, I'm just not in the humor to do it, to be honest with you, and just left it. So yeah, that's kind of just there. We'll get around to removing it eventually. I still think I will do some Steve's Cards tree farms, just because I think they're quite awesome, and I'll probably put them here and here. Although primarily I'm not going to probably do all the conversion problems, because it's just a pain to do fertilizer and fermenters, considering we can't automate it completely due to the fact that we can't pump fertilizer in. So I think I'll stick with this. It's already refined, and it's going to do the exact same as ethanol will in a boiler. Where's all this being produced? Well, let's go downstairs. It's currently switched off. Yep, there's the line. Every one of these is a skeleton spawner. Tier 5 soul shard skeleton farm. Iron spikes, they do all the damage. I'll just demonstrate it. May as well. Nothing's going to be wrong with getting a few more bones, to be honest with you. So yeah, they get shoved into iron spikes, they die. These pipes down here all come into here, which is just above an interface, which it hooks back up to my AE system. 16k storage says it's filled. 488k of bone meal. Diamond armor. I left this running all day yesterday, all night. So, and that's the only bit of diamond armor I got. So that'll tell you how rare this drop is. All my gold, diamond, all my gold, leather, chain and iron is all being void piped down there. Just through export buses, as well as the, whatchamacallit, hearts, arrows, and I think bows is that one there. Crafting CPU. I am not sure how to get auto crafting. I'm pretty sure AE should be able to do it, just, you know, as the bones come in, craft it, but I just don't know how. So basically what I had before this was done is I just told it to craft 999,000 bone meal. It did that. Well, it did most of it. I'm pretty sure the rest of it just got consumed in all these. But yeah, this is the first thing we're going to get done today. Is I'm going to put more of these down all the way to the end of this line, so that we have a massive amount of biofuel to be produced from. So let's begin. I might cut this out, actually, just cut this, because it's just going to be me placing, putting these down and hooking up the liquid ducts again. Or I might speed it up. I'll decide when it comes down to actual video editing, but we definitely won't have any commentary, and I'll just, yep, I'll see you when I'm done. And we're back. Everything's been set up as I said we would do, and, well, I've turned that off. We don't really need it constantly flowing. It's set up, hooked up. Set up my steel tank also, got the biofuel running again. I'll be honest, I kinda derped. I said I'd be right back before I left with the building these, and I actually didn't stop the recording. I let it go because I wasn't sure if I'll just fast forward it. It really turned out to be absolutely boring and nothing you'd really want to even watch in fast forward mode. And at the I got it into my head that I'd probably press stop, and well, I came back and I pressed record, which actually stopped recording, and I continued. So yeah, I kinda did another 10 minutes worth of recording without actually recording it because I thought it was still recording. So yeah, this is done. What was happening during the recording is I set up the steel tank. So it's been done, it's been set up, it's currently filling. What I spoke about really was just the Let's Plays I've done to now, which means the Final Fantasy VII Let's Play. No more voice acting. That's it, definite. There won't be any more voice acting in it. I cracked myself up looking back at it. So yeah, we can forget about voice acting. I'll definitely continue it because, well, Final Fantasy is great and all of that. But yeah, there won't be any more voice acting. Now, there might be the occasional episode because Mr. Quorimus, who also is on the server, said he would like to do the voice acting if I ever record and he's around, seeing that his voice can go, well, quite high compared to mine, so he'd be actually well capable of changing the voices of people rather than me just having a slightly lighter or heavier tone of the voice. Other than that, the new Let's Play I want to do is the XCOM Declassified. I loved Enemy Unknown. I play Enemy Unknowns quite a bit, to be honest with you, and I absolutely loved Declassified. Well, sorry, not Declassified, I loved it, Enemy Unknown. I want to do a Let's Play of Declassified. I have it, I haven't played it all too much due to the graphics card thing. Yeah, it just said no. I tried giving it a go. I wanted just to get the gist of the game, see what it was like. No, not even on lowest did it like it. It did no. So we're just going to stick with that, and well, now that the graphics card's back, I can properly do it. But for the most part, I haven't actually done anything on it yet, and I'm looking forward to playing it. So other than that, what else did I do before I cancelled the recording, or well, said goodbye and realised I wasn't recording it? Oh yeah, the storage room. Didn't show it to you yet. Storage room. Well, it's not set up now. Click. Oh no, how do I get in? Oh no, yeah, secret room's not. I haven't set it yet, or if I have said it yet, I can't remember if I said it on the actual recording, but I know I definitely said it a few times. I love that mod. I love secret rooms. Can't see any pressure plates, can't see any buttons. And yeah, this is the storage room. They shouldn't be there, but yeah, I threw those away when I set up the quarry. That's kind of one of the other things I did on camera. I fixed my quarry, set it back up to where the new location. Then I kind of threw these in the ocean. Wasn't expecting the quarry to pick them back up though. Oh well. Yeah, I got my landmark back and my redstone torch. But nevertheless, storage room. We don't have red power, which, okay. On the other packs we played, previous versions, older versions, red power was always there, and pneumatic pipes, filters, these were how I did my sorting systems, or not sorting systems, storage systems. It was sorted, then it was stored. Yeah, without those though, this got really tricky. Like, I love this design and I didn't want to throw it away, so I tried to figure out a new way of doing it. And at first I thought, well, let's do a load of ender chests along the ground with diamond pipes into every one of them and try and sort them out, and then have individual ender chest colors for each section here, and just loads of insertion pipes at each barrel. Yeah, don't do that. Just don't do that. That was just horrible. That was just messy and terrible, and no, don't. Other than that, I eventually just conceded and went with AE. Like, okay, you're going to go AE. Why do this then? Well, I like this design. I find it, okay, it's not as efficient like as pushing a button and having everything in front of you, but I just like the way this looks more than I do the other way. I can still access everything. No signal. No, that's unusual. There we go. Like, I can still access everything that's in these barrels. So, even... I'm surprised there's no signal actually, considering it's just behind that wall there. I'm surprised you can't get a signal over here. But yeah, if I am ever lazy, I can just click it and get everything without having to go at the barrels themselves. But I prefer this design. I just generally rather this to AE. But at the same time, I needed AE. Secret Rooms mod, once again, love it. Can't even tell it's there. It's just brilliant. So yeah, AE, storage buses everywhere. This thing here, Imbus microblocks, or there is one other. Is it chicken chunks, chicken core? I couldn't tell you. I really don't know the two of them. I just know Imbus has its own microblocks and I love them just because they can cover up this. It's just brilliant. The export buses are still accessible, like they're all there, but you can't see them on the front. It's just beautiful. Can't even tell they're there. So it's just brilliant. Yet you can still get them, which is fantastic. So if I ever need to sort the next chest out, I can just click on them there and set them up. Chests are just holding various stuff I want to put in barrels either. Thaumcraft. Next set of Thaumcraft. Underground mining shafts. I absolutely hate those things, but nonetheless it's been my source of wood considering I don't have a 3 farm. And I don't really use tracks or fences, but I store them anyway. I've got the next chest set up ready to go from when this one overflows. Those two will do the same for each of the rows. Yeah, diamonds, sapphires, green sapphires, rubies and iridium. I'm pretty sure green sapphires and rubies are biome specific because I haven't got any of them yet. Apart from this one, don't know how I managed to get one, but I got one nonetheless. Everything else here has been made out of UU, just put in the whatchamacallit placeholders. Sapphires, they've all been coming from quarries, tons of them. I'm just going to go with their ocean specific or something similar. The iridium just came in from quarrying. Other than that, I'm not quite sure. Clay, they're empty. There's nothing really else left in any of these barrels except barrels and chests. Except, I think it's this one. No, this one. Yep, just stuff that I won't be quarrying, that I just want to store. And this one. Lo and behold, my food store. Yeah, I just got bored one day and decided, you know what, I'm going to get a chest of food. No real reason, just chest of food, because why not? Yeah, food. Not much more to say there. Other than, yeah, it's food. Other than that, let's just go through this. Yeah, this was where the quarry was. I took it up, replanted it down here. What I thought was on camera, but nevertheless it wasn't. So, new quarry, max size, running again. This whole area has been quarried by my quarry. I believe this is just 4 quarryings. 1, 2, 3, yeah, that was just 4 of them altogether. So we're now just going to expand it out again, put another layer. Basically I'm just going to take up the whole ocean floor. I would quarry land, but I just don't like the way it just removes the terrain, and I could go below terrain level and do it, but then you have things like sand to count in, that it could just fall and then it just comes unsightly, and yeah. Suppose I could go to a distance also in which I'd never actually go out and build in, so I don't need to worry about the look of it. But oceans are just easier, especially when it comes down to lava as well, because the water just gets rid of it and then the obsidian happens, and just generally good things. Other than that, that's basically everything to this point. Oh yeah, but one thing, definitely next episode, because I've been waiting for my graphics card to come back to do this, and I have been waiting ages for this to happen, is Galacticraft. We are doing Galacticraft. I don't care what I say, I don't care what happens. If I don't do it in the next episode, slap me. But yeah, Galacticraft. I've been waiting to do Galacticraft. Just, yeah, Galacticraft. I can't wait to do it. I didn't do it without my graphics card for one reason. Loading a whole new area by myself is going to be rotten on frames. regardless of whether I'm running Intel or my actual graphics card, because Minecraft really isn't all too optimized for that. But nevertheless, whoa, no, did not mean to stand on pressure plates. But nevertheless, we're doing Galacticraft next episode. I'm going to read up onto it because I don't know a huge amount about it, but I can't wait to get into my rocket ship and travel to the moon. Yes, we're going to the moon. Main reason for it is actually to get a door, would you believe it? The main reason I'm going to the moon is to get a door that is going to go here. A door. That is the only reason I'm going to the moon. And there is no better reason for man to go on moon other than to make door. But that's everything for this episode, I believe. I think I'll leave it there. This has been my update episode. Everything else from now on will more than likely be done on camera, unless it is, well, mediocre test, mediocre, what do you call those things again? Task, that's the word, task. If it's a mediocre task or just plain out boring shite that I just don't want to record, or if I was recording it, I end up cutting out anyway. But other than that, that's about it. I'm going to read up on Galacticraft, find out what to do, figure out where to head from the start, and we'll get cracking into it on the next episode. Other than that, thanks for watching, people. This has been Erratacus, and I am signing off. Goodbye.